So I'm going to talk about this my battery. Um, Now I can see when I bought this battery. Is it 21st May 2022. So 21st of May 2022 should be uh, approximately 2 years now, 2 years plus. I could just say 3 years max, but I just give it at 2 years plus. So um, well, the battery, I can't say it has failed completely, but it's becoming risky for me to keep using it. It's one of the batteries in my car anyway. So um, so what it does now, I think I started observing this in August this year. Today is 21st, 22nd. This Sunday, 22nd of December 2024. So this year August, I started to observe that when you leave the car for like 2 days, 3 days with the battery connected, I try to start the car. After 3 days, what will happen is that first crank, it's going to drag. They do wow, wow, then it will start. If you are lucky, it will start. But once it starts, the whole of that day it will be starting. But if you leave it for another 5 hours, if you want to start the car, you notice the starter will drag a little. So now there are cases where I will leave the door open for more than 30 minutes or so, and you might not even be able to crank the engine. But as long as I don't leave the door open for long, and I start the vehicle every day, every morning, to be starting the car. Or situation where for some reason the engine did not start the first crank. The second crank or the third attempt I tried to start the car, the battery will just go down completely. It won't even be able to make any move. So I think I now realize one day it's going to strand me. So there was, in fact, it was even the battery I put on my 505 the other day. I did publish a video not long ago concerning the day my 505 stalled on me. While I was in motion. So as I was trying to crank the engine to know what was going on, the battery just died. As in died. It just, even ignition was it even coming up at all? It would just come up and stay very dim. I had to leave the car there, got back home. Was it? No, that one was a different situation. So what I did in this case was I stopped a taxi and paid for hire. I hired the battery, charged me 2,000 naira. I hired the battery, started the car, pulled back this one, engine ran for a few minutes. It started, if I crank it to start. Only for that same issue to happen again. The car stalled, tried to start, it refused. The second attempt, while cranking the engine, it died again. No move. So I said, I was like, you know what? It's time I deal with this battery thing. So you can see it says free maintenance free car battery. For me, I think this thing is a scam. You see all these batteries, they will write free maintenance. This to me is a scam. Because I don't know about all the batteries, but as long as it has a liquid inside, it's not free maintenance. It's not free maintenance because that liquid, which we regard as locally here, we call it acid battery, but it's just a distilled water sort of. So I think at some point they tend to become weak. So, and back then, those of us that have been driving since 80s, 90s, yeah, the kind of battery we are using that time is not this seal type. Those days, those kind of battery are the type that it has a knob here where you can actually remove those knobs. You see the holes kind of cover. You have about 4 or 5 or 6. You see the cover where you can drain the liquid inside the battery, pour fresh one, then charge the battery, and that you put it not this type, not car vehicle charge. You put it on there's something they call it's kind of electric charge, but it's a different. It has one kind of device they use in charging it, and it will work like new battery for months, if not more than a year, before it goes down again. So that's that being the best. So all these ones is also I consider it a scam, because the liquid inside might fail. Instead of you to drain it and replace it, put in another fresh one, or do whatever they need to do inside to make it to work again, you can't do it because it's sealed. However, I think there's a way they actually open these things up. So I'm not going to give up on this battle. So I'm going to do an experiment on this. So what I intend to do is to take it to market where they do repair batteries. I know they still have 1 or 2 persons that do that work. Let them tell me whether they will probably find a way to remove this cap. Most likely that's where I don't know how they do that. There are some that the cover, those cap will be under the label or this sticker, but I'm not seeing the side. Let me see. Let me remove it. See it here. Look at them here. I think they can be removed. I don't know. There's something I see there's a cap. Okay, maybe I could be wrong. Okay, let me give it, I'll leave it to the expert. Those who probably are good at it. It's possible they can be able to remove this thing and access it. So, most likely. So I'll take it to them, let them tell me, oh, it can be done or it can be done. And they will know. As you can see, it's still showing green, but this thing can no longer crank engine. That's why I say all this nonsense. For me, it's a scam. Look at it, it's green right now, the indicator. So it means that you should be able to start the engine. But that's it. And funny enough, if you put this thing right now, I remember when if you try to start the engine, the ignition light will dim. If I put on down my voltimeter, voltage meter, it will show maybe 7 volts. Then after like 5 minutes, it will come back to 12 point something volts. So something is wrong inside. Well, it could be the cells. It's possible it's the cells. One of the cells or the liquid inside has failed. But once you charge it and start, it will be starting. Even till the next day to start. But what it means is that first time, you make sure your engine is okay. So I'm not going to give up yet until I take it to the battery experts, people that repair batteries. Let them tell me what it should take to revive this battery, if it's still possible. If it's no longer possible, then yeah, I'll let you guys know. So this battery, it didn't serve me as I would have wanted. I mean, this is 2022. The time I used to buy Everstart battery, they usually serve me at least 4 years. This one didn't serve, but now even the Everstart, who knows if they are still genuine. One thing I don't like about those Everstart batteries I normally buy, they vomit liquid, what we call acid. You see them vomiting it from, I don't know, everywhere. That's why I believe they are not actually sealed unit. They claim they are sealed, but they are not sealed, because if not, why are those acids coming out, those liquid? And as they are coming out, they'll be worsening any metal they touched. which is one of the disadvantages of those ones that have those covers. Not all of them do. So, but even the one that is sealed unit is doing the same thing. So I'm going to do that. I'll update you guys. So if I give it to them and they said, yeah, I'll stay probably there in my presence, let them remove it. If I know what, let me see. Let me get my tool and see if I can. Hold on. Let me see if I can open this book. Okay, so I'm back. This is my screwdriver. Let's see whether this thing will open up. Okay, no sign. This side. Okay, anyway, let me leave it. Again, some things are better left to those who are experts on such things. So, take it to them, let's see what happens. I mean, battery these days, this is a 75 amp battery. They are saying, is it 70 to 90, 100,000 or more, depending on the brand. That's ridiculous. Something that is not as if it's going to serve you more than 2 years anymore. Almost all the current batteries now, they say in Nigeria, like basically like this. 2 years mass, so I'll make an attempt, even if eventually I'm going to buy another battery. I'll see if I can get a good one that can easily be able to be opened. And but we'll see. If they can do it on this one, then no need to buy battery. Then if they cannot, then whatever next battery I'm going to buy, I'll see if I can find one that can easily access the liquid, so that anytime it fails. Something else they say they can also use to revive battery. What's the name of that thing? The sulfate. It's like a device. You plug it on both terminals and you'll be able to revive the battery without not even the charge. But we'll see. If possible, I'll buy that device. Because it's different from what charges the battery. That one is different. It's not the one that charges the battery. I try to remember the name. Is it the sulfate? Something like that. If it works, if it's something that they don't have here, if those people that repair batteries here in Abuja, if they have it, there's no need for me to buy. But if they don't have it, probably I may have to, because for what I gathered, that thing can actually, years after years, you don't need to replace your battery. As long as you have that device, you can always revive a dead battery, as long as that fluid is still okay. And also know that that fluid inside can actually evaporate. Trust me, don't have faith in all this sealed unit crap. It can actually evaporate and dry off. These are not dry cell batteries. That's what they all claim. They all have liquid inside. I can hear the noise. Let's see that. Okay, I can see them. What? It seems the liquid is somewhere here at this level. We'll see. I'll open it up in my presence. I'll confirm the level where it is, but I can hear the sound of the liquid. So they're not actually dry cell. Maybe they might have dry cell battery, but what they say in Nigeria, they're not dry cell. At least majority of this battery they call sealed unit or maintenance free battery. These are scam. They're not dry cell. This one really will serve what 2 years fully. In fact, it's been giving me signs sometimes. To give me this sign for like I think sometime last year. That's when I started to suspect something is wrong with this battery. since last year, which is 2023. So like a year after, he started misbehaving. So that's why, honestly, it's no longer worth replacing these battles unless you just have to, don't have any other choice. Except at least the ones they say here in Nigeria. Don't trust any of them. There is Bosch. Bosch battery is available in the market. If you trust the ones they sell, if they are genuine ones, yeah, why not buy? But we'll see. So I'll update you guys then see what happens.